Key number 2 is going to be on the other side of the floor, and it's attacking Donovan Mitchell. Not only because the Knicks and Jalen Brunson in particular, since last year's playoffs, have been so effective at doing it, and it will lead to good offense, but also because I think it's important to tire that guy out. There's going to be a lot of usage and a lot of responsibility on him on the offensive end. I think the Knicks attacking him is a very, very wise decision frequently and as often as possible. Early in the season, Donovan Mitchell actually matched up on Jalen Brunson a few times, and it did not go well. Over the 4 games they played, according to Instat, Brunson shot 13 for 19 against Mitchell, including 3 plays in which Brunson was fouled, one of which was an and one. So we're talking about extraordinary success now, and this has become a trend over a 2-year period. When he's matched up, Brunson in transition here, it's an automatic go for Jalen Brunson. It is amazing how excited he gets. His eyes light up when he sees this matchup, unlike anyone else I've seen him play against. When he sees it, straight to his bag, floater game, polished, knockdown. Again, in transition, Mitchell comes over, I'm going at him. Watch this little step through. Ooh, filthy, right to the rim. Mitchell wants no part of it. I like this. Now, this is from the 4th game of the season when they'd already abandoned that matchup, long abandoned it. They generally had Lamar Stevens on him in the 4th game. But off a free throw, watch how the Knicks push with Donovan Mitchell taking a free throw to ensure that they get the matchup, right? Stevens goes with Obi as the inbounder, and now all of a sudden Mitchell has to cross-match onto Brunson, and Brunson's like, oh, good, I got my matchup. Here he goes. Spin move, whoop, bye-bye, mid-range, knockdown. Too easy. It looks so easy against Mitchell. Here you have Mitchell again matching up in transition. Sheesh. Again, Mitchell just wants no part of that step-through move. All right, now we get to a little bit of the X's and O's of it. Obviously, the eyes light up. Moving in transition, you might get the cross match, but how do you get Mitchell involved in the action when there is no cross match, when he's not matched up with him initially? Well, the Knicks love to go to this little brush screen. Whoever's guarding Mitchell on the weak side, here it's IQ, is going to come screen. We want Okoro, who does a very good job on Brunson. Over the course of the 4 games, Okoro really bothered him. Let's get him off. How do we get him off? A little brush screen. Cavs want to switch it. Well, now you got your matchup. Now, there's always a little push and pull with whether Hartenstein should come over here on this set. I think he'd be wise not to, because that allows Evan Mobley to stay in the picture and help, one of the best defenders in basketball. But watch now, Brunson's going to send Hartenstein through. Get out of my way. Occupy Mobley. There it is. Now I got my one-on-one matchup. Go to my bag. No contest for Mitchell. Easy money. Here it is again. Brush screen. Force the switch. You see LeVert almost didn't want to allow that switch, but Mitchell stays with it. It's just too easy. There's one of those fouls I was talking about earlier. Here comes that brush screen. Different game with Wade on Brunson. Mitchell switches. Here's that Hartenstein. What do? Do I come over? He starts to come over. And Brunson with the nasty reject again gets baseline on Mitchell and draws another foul. Seeing a pattern? Here we go. Brush screen. Actually, this time it's a pistol action where actually Mitchell was matched up on Brunson in the first place. So Brunson seeing that, instead of handing it to RJ, says, all right, let's dance. Gets in his post. Clear side. Nobody coming over. Mobley's hesitant because he's guarding Julius Randle. Can't exactly abandon him. Mitchell flops. Easy money. You're seeing how consistently the Knicks went to this. I mean, this is something that they're going to do a ton on offense. Mitchell, again, initially matched up with Brunson here. Initially, Mitch went to screen. Now he kind of realizes the matchup and backs away. He's going to occupy Mobley. Brunson able to draw the foul and one. It's just easy. And you saw Mitchell at the end of that clip saying, like, hey, Mobley, help me out, because he just doesn't have a chance. Brush screen. This is that same pistol action. There, Mitchell's matched up on RJ. Brunson, I think, knows he can draw this switch, but what he actually does, and this is going to be important, is the Cavs don't want that switch, so they're going to get a little confused in coverage at times. Do I stay? Do I let Mitchell switch? Well, Brunson reads that so nicely. This is the little fake to RJ, and he blows by with nobody there into an easy floater. Right, so now bringing Mitchell into the action because there's confusion. Do I switch? Well, if you don't want to switch, we have to cover for him. That's going to create some paths for Brunson as well. So important to bring Mitchell into the action just to create that confusion. Here, Mitchell's matched on to Brunson. Mitch comes to set the screen. Mobley's not going to switch. Now, I think come the playoff series, Mobley is going to switch this every single time. But Mobley's not going to switch this. And when he backs away, Brunson feels that. He can step back on Mitchell. And that's a new weapon that Brunson utilizes, that nasty step back that he can go to this year to his advantage. Lamar Stevens is on Brunson. Now they're going to screen middle of the floor. This is a bit of a different look. It's not that brush screen along the baseline or along the sideline. This is a screen middle. And the Knicks went to this a lot in the fourth game, I think, to kind of see how it looked. And they got tremendous results. Because what you're going to see is a full-out double now, because they don't want to switch Mitchell, right? So they're going to basically double. Grimes does a nice job of rolling into space, guard-to-guard screen, something the Knicks didn't do a lot early in the year. They've really incorporated it into their offense, and the guards have learned to roll into space. Here, Brunson, instead of finding Grimes, took advantage of this little indecision. Again, am I staying? Am I going? He crossed back. Mitchell stayed. Stevens was too far back, and he drilled the three, right? Brunson just hunting that matchup over and over and over again. Again, screen middle. This is from an earlier game. Now you got the switch you wanted. Mitchell didn't want to stay up. Well, that's not going to work. So you see the Cavs are in a pickle. Do we show? How do we deal with the indecision with trying to double up top? If we switch, it's basically easy money for Brunson every single time. Another screen middle of the floor on Mitchell's man. Mitchell tries to stay with him, but Brunson actually, instead of allowing Mitchell to recover, specifically attacks Mitchell's side and blows right by him again. What do you know? So even when you do show two up top, Brunson still is so smart about attacking Mitchell and forcing him to stay put. Here, Mitchell again shows hard and tries to recover, but in that little pocket at which he showed and now is trying to recover, Brunson feels the space and pulls up. So it's not as simple as showing and recovering. The Knicks have counters to that as well. It's incredible how much footage there is of this because the Knicks did it so often. Here's the brush screen from Obi, and now watch what Obi does because Mitchell was guarding Obi. Watch Obi roll into that space. Mobley staying here with Hartenstein. Nobody recovers to Obi, and Brunson with a beautiful little bounce pass to a finish. Whoever Mitchell is guarding has to be prepared to screen and roll. So you see, no matter what the Cavs did, whatever coverage they tried, the Knicks had an answer. It's going to be an immense part of the Knicks offense going into this series. I'm really looking forward to watching the chess match, how the Cavs try to account for it and how the Knicks counter.